Welcome everyone to episode 6 of the United States vs. China. And last episode we put a carrier group over by China to see what the response would be. And this is going to help us when we do invade China and go to war with them. It's going to help us see where we can attack them at before they consider us a threat at the last minute. And at this point, they don't really see us as a threat, or else they would have sent a fleet over to intercept the carrier group. So, and then the other thing I'm going to do in this episode now is we're going to improve the working conditions, such as the salaries and everything. Because our economy is growing so much that in turn people are going to ask for more money. And this is also going to help keep our inflation down, hopefully. So, with education, we're going to bump that up. And then for research, healthcare, we're going to bring that up a little bit more. Police. And the Army. Administration. Okay, so that's 115 billion right there. And then alright, so we still have the minimum wage that's gonna pass on the 12th. So let's look at, okay, the pensions, that's also going to be done on the 13th. Okay, so apparently we've been kicked out of the World Trade Organization. Not sure what kind of effect this is gonna have on us long term, but at this point I don't see it being significant at all.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Ahem. Scientific rigor has proved its superiority over doctrinal barbarity. A simulation program based on Merring's models, the application of transactional analysis to ambush situations, a pyrotechnical approach to interpersonal dynamics in combat situations. As you can see, our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage operation. A sort of Bulgarian opening, if you'll allow me the analogy, that according to my calculations would produce...
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Terrorists machine-gunned a crowd of passers-by who were in the front of the town's National Museum. According to witnesses, it would seem that a car appeared on the square, and it seems that two hooded men got out to open fire without, apparently, specific targets. One person has been reported dead up to now. Some are seriously injured. We are lucky to have so few victims.
In a statement sent to the press, the terrorist organization has claimed responsibility for the operation. We have collected intelligence from various departments. The organizer of this operation has been identified. He has disappeared into thin air.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to finish up with working conditions. So okay, we're gonna bump this up to a full year. It's getting some flack from the Republicans, but overall it's about 50%, a little over 50% that approve. So let's just drop that a little bit. Okay, so now we have 70% approval, so we'll put that through. And establish allowance paid to job seekers. Alright, so we'll make that about 18%. And let's see. I'll wait for now with that. I'm not gonna accept that. Alright, so let's take care of our Secret Service. Agents on national territory, we're gonna bump that up to 120,000. And let's infiltrate these groups. And Caliphate under surveillance. Okay, so we have most of them under surveillance. And
Our agent's assessment is that there is a definite risk of him being spotted.
okay,
It's true that the blow cannot really be described as fatal. 2 arrests.
alright.
Let me be straightforward with you. You are taking the wrong path, and I sincerely...
You have to strike while the iron...
Our infiltrated agent was spotted and murdered. The terrorist discovered that he worked for us and sent us his head by mail. Our infiltrated agent is on site.
Alright. And we're gonna up the ante here, so let's see. Alright, so we're well ahead of them as far as GDP is concerned. And let's... Okay, we're gonna ban the entry of their leader into the US. And I believe that's going to be a plus in our foreign policy in regards to approval.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Okay? Just like I said, the people approve of it. Let's go to our industry now. Water supply networks. Okay, so we're gonna... Our consumption went up, so we're gonna have to increase our production. So let's go with 20 billion and see what that does. Okay, so that puts us a little bit over. And actually what I'd like to do here is we're going to privatize this sector. And people approve of it. That's going to add 45 billion into our economy.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
We won the competition! It is unbelievable!
Okay, so we were successful in sabotaging North Korea's satellite launching station. I'm not sure how advanced their space program was, but that's going to set them back even more. Okay, we have high density in our labs. Basically, we have too many researchers and not enough research labs. So, we are going to build more. About 2,000. So let's distribute that over the territory. It's going to cost us about 1.2 billion. But that should pretty much balance out everything.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Demonstrators are currently marching through the city to denounce social insecurity.
Okay, so we managed to steal the plans for building a ICBM, and so now we're gonna kind of even the playing field with China and Russia. So that's a big advancement for us.
Many people are left in the streets. It is absolutely necessary to do something.
Okay, and alright, so let's improve the housing. And what we'll do is we'll rehabilitate 200,000 homes, and that should help out. Alright, so our unemployment went up, but it's still in a good range of 3.7. So unemployment, basically want to keep that between 3 and 5%. So we're well within the range that we need to be. And let's check out some of these terrorist groups again here. Alright, we want to infiltrate the Chinese mafia now too. And let's take a look at a couple things here. So, alright, so we want to improve on education. We want to continue to do anything that'll help us advance in improving our technology and everything. Let's see. So we can make a little investment in languages. Okay, so that's about 594 million. We'll go with that. Let's see if we can help. So we can help people out with aids and grants. Can do that. And let's see. So we want to build more schools. So we're going to invest 4.4 billion into building more schools. And let's see, higher education. 2.2 billion in that.
The work is finally over, and the inauguration will take place during the next few weeks. Would you like to attend the
Okay, so let's see which naval base is complete. So it's not that one. So it must be the one in Alaska. So yeah, it is. So now we can put this whole group, and we can station them there. That'll be their home base. I want to build another air base in Alaska, but I'm not going to do that as of now. However, let's look at okay, so what I've been told is since we produce 63 in a year, to cut that in half. And so it's August, so that'll be ready in February of 2020. And we have enough money in our economy. I'm not going to really worry about the cost of it. But as soon as we get that back, as soon as it gets approved, we can send another contract for another 30. And I'll probably be able to get those in February as well. So that should work out for us.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky, but if successful, the short and long-term benefits are almost incalculable, including by applying the call-off grid, which calculates, as you know, the result according to the unknown X factor.
I'm gonna wait.
The jokes of the humorist become painful. He makes fun of you in terms beyond caricature, and frankly attacks the very dignity of your function. His sarcasm is commented on in bars and even in recreation yards. Maybe it is...
Okay, let's see who he's talking about. So we're gonna look in the paper. Alright, I have a good feeling I know who it is, so... Alright, so we're gonna have the FBI investigate that person. He's an artist. It's this person here. Even though he supposedly approves of us. Okay, so he rethought his resignation and is apologizing for submitting it.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky, but if successful...
Okay, we're going to keep them in there. Alright, and... let's look at our network here. 625 in there. Let's look at this. Alright, for the poor countries, let's say about 50 billion.
Our sportsmen are ready. But if I may,
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, so that's 290 million. That's not bad at all. And then we're going to pause that. And we're going to submit another order. Oh, and our production went up. So that's 31. So we'll go with 38. In fact, you know what? We'll go back with 31 again. And we'll just order the difference once that goes through.
One of my men succeeded in infiltrating Key Center. According to my calculations, the informational gain in geopolitical
we'll wait with them also.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
The cup is full. The employees have had enough of always giving more to obtain less. We are going to proclaim long and loud our discontent with your policy. You can expect an impressive mobilization as early as next week and a notable strike.
Alright, we're going to put this guy under investigation. Unions. There he is.
the competition will begin in a week. All our
Alright. And let's look at the paper again. Alright. Just like I said, it was this guy that was making sly comments. So he's going to be under investigation, and we'll see what we can find on him. And let's take a look at our research. I really want to get the Hyperloop. Let me see, what is that under? Okay, Hyperloop, probable outcome is going to be 2020. So, alright, technology. Okay, we're going to improve on railway construction. So let's look at services. I believe that's what it's under. Oh, I'm on energy. Wrong one. location. Let's go here. So we invested 42 billion in that. That should help speed things up. Now let's go to industry then. Railway construction. Okay, we're actually up above, producing a little more than what we're consuming. And that's without subsidies or anything, so let's see, how much are we? Alright, profits went up, sales went up. Alright, so that sector is actually doing pretty good.
One of my men succeeded in infiltrating Key Center. According to my calculations, the information gained in...
Still keep him in there.
The target is in position and under surveillance 24/7. Data collected by our agents will be regularly updated into the synthesis report that you will be able to review on file from now on. Good reading!
Alright, so let's take a look at a couple different things in China right now. So, okay, so they have a nuclear power plant here. So if they're not going to consider us a threat from this point, we could strike here, we could strike there, and let's see what other, and there's another nuclear plant here. So yeah, that's all within the same state. Okay, we have this. Alright, we'll accept that. And so we'll do 7. That's about 50 million, and we'll get the first batch in October. And let's take a look at something here. Okay, security, military power. Alright, so we're still above China, but we're not close enough to really be able to deal with Russia. Let's see, what else? Okay, there's India. North Korea is actually a lot higher than I thought they would be. It's Brazil, France, Pakistan, Turkey, and Israel. And then South Korea. Okay. So what was that before? Alright, everybody's still in the same position. Okay, and let's hire some more cyber analysts. We're going to do citizen awareness right now. That should help us, should make it lower chances of being cyber attacked when we do that. Of course, that doesn't last too long. People usually forget about it after a while.
one of my men succeeded in infiltrating Key Center. According to my calculations, the informational gain, in geopolitical terms, could be close to 2.73 on Sachs graphic. Our agent...
Okay, that's not
Our task force has coordinated with the PR firm to prepare for the campaign. It will start in 2 weeks. You have taken good initiative. It is indeed appropriate to anticipate and make our citizens ready to face the never-ending threat of cybercrime.
Alright, so we offered 50 million. They're saying 65 million. So we'll just go ahead and accept that.
The target is in position and under surveillance 24/7. Date...
Alright, and let's look at some of these associations. So consumers. So we're going to give a subsidy of and give them about 1 billion a year. And
Emotion. The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Our agent's assessment is that there is a definite risk of him being spotted.
okay, take them out.
Your television appearance was very well received. The strike is still on for now, but some of the strikers have already gone back to work. Have a little.
Alright. And let's build a few more. I'm going to do a few more hospitals. That's about 4.3 billion.
I understand the disappointment, even the resentment felt by the strikers, but today I officially ask them to go back to work, because they are harming themselves and their country in this way. As soon as this is done, the government will take responsibility for investigating and responding to their demands.
Alright, and let's just give them a little more aid. And more. Let's give them think it's time to bring our special agent out of Russia and put him in China now.
Our sportsmen are ready.
And let's give Japan a little more. Give them 100 million towards that incident. Okay, we have a few more days for that base to be completed. Let's see, how many more aircraft carriers do we have? So I'm gonna have to have another one built.
A week from the beginning of the competition, our team is perfectly.
Right, and let's take a look at our own country here. So I'm waiting for the Hyperloop before I do any real infrastructure projects. But let's see. What I will do so that's a small investment. Alright, and I think that's going to be the end of episode 6. Not really worried about the approval rating at this point. 87% is still pretty good, and there's a lot of things we can do to help improve that. So, see you next episode. Thanks for all the support, and see you soon.